Hello and welcome to Competitive Crunch. My name is Spade and today I will talk about the new moves in Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. And now that the new demo has come out, people at Project Pokemon have been able to find out a bunch of new information about the up and coming games, including the new move tutors and egg moves and level up moves. And of course we care about these things in the competitive Pokemon scene. And so I was asking people around Facebook and Twitter, as I know the most reliable sources of all time, but nevertheless I was asking people around there for their input, and I looked at the list of information myself, and then I compiled this list of what I believe are the most significant new moves in Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. So without further ado, let's just get started here. So Gyarados will be able to learn Crunch by level up, I believe. Which is great news for it, because Gyarados, especially the Mega Gyarados, was lacking a physical, reliable, powerful, dark type stab move, because before it needed to rely on Bite if it wanted to have one, so now it has Crunch, which is a good move. So that is great news for Gyarados. And then Slurpuff gets Drain Punch, which is awesome for two reasons. First off, that Pokemon always relies on Belly Drum to do some sweeping, so it's a really high risk maneuver. And so now with Drain Punch it can get some nice recovery, because even with Citrus Berry it's not always guaranteed to keep it as healthy as it could be. And of course this will grant it extra coverage to go past steel types, which it couldn't really do in the past. I mean, it had Flamethrower, but you know, with Belly Drum and it's really, let's say, insignificant special attack, it really couldn't do much, but now it has Drain Punch, so that is awesome. Then there's Diggersby, which has a bunch of new moves like Knock Off, Ice Punch, and Super Power. And especially Knock Off allows it to go past ghost types, especially Gengar, that it really couldn't touch outside of like Wild Charge. And then it has Ice Punch, you know, to go through things like Landorus, both forms, and Gliscor, so that is awesome. Superpower is also, I guess, nice extra coverage if you want it, but I think Diggersby is gonna have a little bit of a problem for Move Pool Syndrome, because it has a bunch of good moves now, and it's gonna be kind of difficult to choose what do you want to have, besides your like Dual Stab, which is really powerful, and then all these coverage moves that can hit variety of different things. But I think Knock Off and Ice Punch are the most significant ones. Then there's Pangoro, which also gets Knock Off and Drain Punch, two moves that you really thought it would already have, but it didn't. But now it has, and that is pretty awesome for stab moves for it to have, especially with the Iron Fist. Drain Punch can get you some high damage output and also good recovery with its respectable bulk that it does have. And then there is Weavile, which didn't really get anything new per se, but it can now use Knock Off and Icicle Crash on the same set. So that is pretty awesome for it, because it can use those powerful dual stab moves on the same set now, which wasn't possible in the past. And then there is Florges, which now learns Synthesis. In the past, it has needed to rely on Wish and Protect, which is still good, but now it has an instant recovery move. I don't think it's gonna, you know, reinvent Florges or anything, but it's nice to have an instant recovery move as an alternative, at least. Then there is Hoopa, the Pokemon that still hasn't been released, but it also gets Knock Off. Basically, in a nutshell, everything gets Knock Off. So what a news flash that is. But besides Knock Off, it also learns Nasty Plot. So I guess you could do some awesome wall breaking with that. And Hoopa also gets a Mega Evolution. So I guess some wall breaking on the special side could be possible. But I do believe Hoopa's move pool overall is quite limited. But I think at least that wall breaking is possible. And Knock Off spam. So yeah, there's that. And speaking of more knockoff, also Malamar and Yveltal get it, so I guess that's a pretty nice move for both of those Pokemon. Especially for Yveltal in the Ubers, you can spam that. You have that nice stab move, which you can just freely spam, and it will do a lot of damage too because of stab. So yeah. Then there's Chestnut, which gets Drain Punch. And also Synthesis. I think Drain Punch is really nice for this bulky grass and fighting type to keep itself healthy and also dish out some good damage. And Hawlucha also gets Drain Punch. I still think High Jump Kick is better with the somewhat mediocre attack stat, but I guess with Swords Dance, you know, you can keep it healthy, so I guess that's a nice alternative that will also never miss, unlike High Jump miss. So then Pokemon like Diancie, ORAS, and Volcanion, another Pokemon that still hasn't been released, all get Earth Power, so that's quite a nice coverage move for all of those Pokemon, especially for Diancie, which has like no move pool to begin with. I also believe it gets Heal Bell, so that's another support option for it that it didn't have in the past. And then there is Greninja, which gets Low Kick, Ice Punch, and Gunk Shot, so you could be running a physical set on it. I guess it could at least get past things like Clefable that it had trouble in the past, and Greninja is a versatile Pokemon, so now that it has more options in the physical side, you know, at least it can't hurt, you know. And with the Protean, it has, you know, stab on everything, and its physical attack isn't that bad compared to its special one, and because it does indeed get stab on everything, you know, these are at least options that you can consider running on it. And then there's some lesser significant options like Coil, Milotic. You know, it doesn't really have a good physical move pool. I guess you can boost up your defense. And I guess with the accuracy boost, you could be running like Blizzard and Hydro Pump, I guess. But honestly, not the craziest thing in the world. But at least you have an option to use Coil to at least boost up that defense and be more of a bulky, annoying wall with like Recover. I guess you could put Waterfall on it or something. I don't know what it gets on the physical side, but not too significant. Then there's Huntail and Gorbis. They also get Coil. I don't think it's too significant. Huntail, however, gets Sucker Punch, so you're still gonna be wanting to baton pass that Shell Smash. And you know, if you want to try and sweep with Huntail, you know, its speed is not the greatest thing to begin with, so even after Shell Smash, so Sucker Punch could be a decent option now that it's available with, you know, Shell Smash 2. I don't think it was... It may have been available in the past, but there may have been some inconveniences with the, you know, move tutors and passing it over to Generation 5 and then Generation 6, I don't know. But it does get Sucker Punch at least now, so there is that. Lopunny gets High Jump Kick, but I believe that was already mentioned. Or I think it was seen in the trailer, right? That's why I didn't really care to mention it. Of course, that's a great move with the new Mega Evolution and everything, and with the Scrappy ability, so it's a powerful stab move for the Mega Evolution, so there is that, but it's not really anything new. Crobat gets Quick Guard, so I guess that's kind of a cool thing for, you know, doubles and BGC stuff. You know, it also gets other cool support moves like Defog and Taunt, so there is that, and Roost and everything. And then what else? Hyper Voice for Sylveon, Gardevoir, and I guess even Salamence. But, you know, all those Pokemon, I believe they had Hyper Voice in the past, but, you know, it was kind of inconvenient because you had to move it from the past generations. And now you can just get it in the new game, so that's going to be really convenient for a lot of people. I believe ORAS also gets Hyper Voice, so you can abuse that Refrigerate. All these Pokemon have the cool abilities, the Pixelate, Aerolate, and Refrigerate. It really should have been Isolate. Haha, I always like my puns. Anyways, but that's honestly like all the most significant ones that I found out. And there's some lolsy ones like Water Shuriken, Axelgor. Only reason it gets it is because it's ninja, like Greninja, so there is that. But there's probably a lot of ones that I missed from this list, and there's probably a lot of like past inconveniences with like hidden abilities and move tutors. Like probably like Absol would be one that would come to mind because it learns knockoff. I mean, gets knockoff, but in Generation 6 it also learns Play Rough, but I believe that was an egg move, so you couldn't have the combination of like Play Rough, knockoff, superpower, so you can get that. And Weavile is another Pokemon that I mentioned earlier, but there's probably a lot of other Pokemon that can get past these inconveniences of having some certain abilities and then moves together with that said ability. So it's the new move tutors are probably gonna be fixing a lot of those inconveniences, and if you got something in mind, definitely let me know in the comment section below, because I'm definitely interested in knowing. But these are the ones that popped to my mind when I took my first glance at the new move tutors and egg moves and level up moves. But anyways, I will leave links in the description so you can check them out yourself, and they're probably over the course of next couple days there will be even more information found out. And you know, it's hard to even think about all sorts of combinations that are now possible, but it's gonna take a while for that to happen. And you know, I guess we're gonna find out eventually when the games come out which of the combinations of moves and abilities are actually good and work. And it's gonna take some time to find out all the good combinations, but these are the ones that came to my mind. So you can leave your thoughts in the comment section below if you found out something really interesting yourself. But overall, something disappointing is that we didn't get a defog move tutor. That's something a lot of people were hoping for, because the only good distributor was like Generation 4 games like Diamond and Pearl. But ever since then, you know, we haven't had a good distribution way for defog, and we didn't get a move tutor that would teach that. And then also there was quite of a low Stealth Rock distribution. I guess again, some combination may be unlocked that we didn't have in the past, but overall, like, the new ones that I could care to mention would be like Barbarical and ORAS. So yeah, nothing new, nothing too significant. I guess there's all the legendary moves for the signature box art Pokemon for Groudon and Kyogre, the primal forms. There's the Origin Pulse, which is a water type special move, 85% accurate, 110 base power. Still not sure if it's like a special move that hits on the physical side or not, because it kind of looked like it based on the animation, but who knows. I guess we're gonna find out eventually, pretty soon, I hope. And then there's the Press-Buys Blades. I'm probably butchering that, but I don't care. The Groudon move, whatever. It's a physical ground type move, 85% accurate, just like the Origin Pulse, 120 base power. And then there is Dragon Ascent, which is actually a physical flying type move. So it's not even a dragon move, despite the name, which is actually really cool. And that's gonna make the Rayquaza even more broken than it was in the past, you know, having a powerful stab physical dragon type move, 100% accurate, 120 base power. And then there is also Hyperspace Fury, which is a special dark type move. It never misses, and it's 100 base power, and it's for the Hoopa Pokemon. I guess it's the signature move of the new Mega Evolution that it gets, so there is that. But anyways, like I said, I will be leaving some links in the description, and you can leave your thoughts in the comment section below again. What do you think is your favorite new move that some old Pokemon will be receiving in the new games? Let me know, and I will check you guys next time, whenever that is. This is Spade, rambling and signing out. Peace.